Immortality, Part 4. We see then that the self of man is not the body, neither is it thought. It cannot be a compound. Why not? Because everything that is a compound can be seen or imagined. That which we cannot imagine or perceive, which we cannot bind together, is not force or matter, cause or effect, and cannot be a compound. The domain of compounds is only so far as our mental universe, our thought universe extends. Beyond this, it does not hold good. It is as far as law reigns. And if there is anything beyond law, it cannot be a compound at all. The self of man, being beyond the law of causation, is not a compound. It is ever free and is the ruler of everything that is within law. It will never die, because death means going back to the component parts, and that which was never a compound can never die. It is sheer nonsense to say it dies. We are now treading on finer and finer ground, and some of you perhaps will be frightened. We have seen that this self, being beyond the little universe of matter and force and thought, is a simple, and as a simple, it cannot die. That which does not die cannot live, for life and death are the obverse and reverse of the same coin. Life is another name for death, and death for life. One particular mode of manifestation is what we call life. Another particular mode of manifestation of the same thing is what we call death. When the wave rises on the top, it is life, and when it falls into the hollow, it is death. If anything is beyond death, we naturally see it must also be beyond life. I must remind you of the first conclusion that the soul of man is the part of the cosmic energy that exists, which is God. We now find that it is beyond life and death. You were never born, and you will never die. What is this birth and death that we see all around us? This belongs to the body only, because the soul is omnipresent. How can that be, you may ask? So many people are sitting here, and you say that the soul is omnipresent? What is there, I ask, to limit anything that is beyond law, beyond causation? This glass is limited. It is not omnipresent because the surrounding matter forces it to take that form, does not allow it to expand. It is conditioned by everything around it and is therefore limited. But that which is beyond law, where there is nothing to act upon it, how can that be limited? It must be omnipresent. You are everywhere in this universe. How is it then that I am born and I'm going to die and all that? That is the talk of ignorance, hallucination of the brain. You were neither born nor will you die. You have had neither birth nor will you have rebirth, nor life nor reincarnation, nor anything. What do you mean by coming and going? All shallow nonsense. You are everywhere. Then what is it that is coming and going? It is the hallucination produced by the change of this fine body which you call the mind. That is going on. Just a little speck of cloud passing before the sky. As it moves on and on, it may create the delusion that the sky moves. Sometimes you see a cloud moving before the moon, and you think that the moon is moving. When you are in a train, you think the land is flying, or when you are in a boat, you think that the water moves. In reality, you are neither going nor coming. You are not being born, not going to be reborn. You are infinite, ever present, beyond all causation and ever free. Such a question is out of place. It is arrant nonsense. How could there be mortality when there is no birth?